Woman entered a boxing gym. Minutes later, their star fighter was on the floor. It was an ordinary Wednesday evening at Iron Fist Boxing Gym. Fighters pounded heavy bags, trainers barked out drills, and the air was thick with sweat and testosterone. That's when she walked in, quiet, unassuming, dressed in worn-out sneakers and a plain hoodie. Her name was Clara. No entourage, no fancy gear, just a calm look in her eyes and a duffel bag slung over one shoulder. The receptionist gave her a half-hearted glance. "Looking for the fitness class?" Clara smiled politely. "No, I'd like to train." A few chuckles bubbled up from the ring. A few boxers exchanged smug looks. She didn't fit the mold of a fighter. Too small, too quiet, too ordinary. Coach Ramirez, an old-school trainer with a clipboard and a thick accent, raised an eyebrow but nodded. "All right. Let's see what you got." They started her on some pads. Her movements were sharp, too sharp for a beginner. Her jabs were fast and precise, her footwork fluid. Soon, Coach Ramirez leaned in closer, watching with more interest. This wasn't someone new to the sport. This was someone trained, polished, dangerous. Then came the moment that changed everything. Their top fighter, Malik the Mauler Johnson, a local celebrity with an undefeated amateur record, swaggered over to the ring, amused by the commotion. "Let her spar me, coach. Let's see what all the fuss is about." The gym buzzed with anticipation. Cameras came out. Trainers whispered. Malik towered over Clara, smirking. "Don't worry, I'll go easy." Clara just nodded, slipping her mouthguard in. The bell rang. The first 30 seconds were cautious. Malik danced, showboated a little, tossing lazy jabs. Clara didn't flinch. Then, without warning, she slipped a right cross, pivoted on her back foot, and launched a left hook so fast and clean that the sound echoed like a gunshot. Malik hit the canvas hard. Silence. Pure, stunned silence. The ref started counting, but it was over. Malik wasn't getting up, a full-grown, undefeated fighter knocked out cold in front of the entire gym by the quiet woman. Coach Ramirez helped Clara out of the ring. "Where did you train?" Clara just smiled. "My father taught me. He was a national champ back home." From that day forward, no one underestimated Clara again. She became a legend in the local boxing scene, not just because she dropped their star fighter, but because she reminded everyone that real strength doesn't always shout. Sometimes it just walks in quietly and lets one punch do the talking. "Would you like this?" They called her lucky. Then she did it again. Word of Clara's knockout spread like wildfire. Social media clips of the one-punch takedown racked up thousands of views overnight. Most viewers were stunned. Some praised her. Others said it was a fluke. Even Malik, after recovering, claimed he had slipped. Clara didn't care. She returned to the gym the next day like nothing had happened. No gloating, no bragging, just another day, another round. But everything had changed. Eyes followed her now. Whispers turned into respect, though some still doubted. Coach Ramirez, intrigued and impressed, offered her one-on-one training sessions. "You've got real skill," he told her. "But if you want to go pro, we need to sharpen your edges." Clara nodded. "That's the plan." 2 weeks later, the gym hosted a local showcase event. Sparring matches, invitations only. Coach placed Clara on the card against a visiting fighter from another gym, Tanya the Ripper Reyes. Taller, stronger, experienced in the ring with 12 amateur fights under her belt. Some in the gym winced. "She's good, but Tanya's a beast." Clara didn't blink. When the bell rang, Tanya came out swinging, aggressive, brutal combos. Clara ducked and weaved, patient, studying. She didn't fight with anger, she fought with precision. By round 2, Tanya's punches slowed. Her frustration showed. Then came Clara's signature move again. A quick sidestep, then a left hook, right on the chin. Tanya hit the canvas just like Malik did. 2 knockouts, 2 different fighters. No longer luck, this was something more. After the match, reporters approached her asking, "Who are you? Where have you been?" Clara gave the same soft smile. "Just someone who's been training for this moment her whole life." Coach Ramirez looked on proud. "She's not a secret anymore. To be eyes from unknown to unstoppable." After 2 jaw-dropping knockouts, Clara's name wasn't just whispered in boxing gyms, it was spoken with curiosity and respect across the city. Offers started trickling in. Amateur tournaments, sponsorship inquiries, even interviews. Clara turned down most of them. She wasn't in it for fame. She wanted the fight, the craft, the climb. Coach Ramirez, however, knew it was time. "You're ready. There's an amateur regional qualifier coming up. Real fights, real records. You win here. You start making a name beyond this town. Clara nodded. Let's do it.
The tournament?
Held in a packed sports hall, the regional qualifier brought together some of the toughest amateur women fighters from across the state. Clara's first opponent was ranked. She'd won bronze last season. The fight was technical, intense. But Clara controlled the ring. No flashy knockout this time, just a clean, unanimous decision. 3 rounds of dominance. Her second fight was harder. Her opponent, Carla Diaz, came in wild and furious. Clara took a few solid shots but adjusted quickly. She didn't fight fire with fire, she used finesse. In round 3, Clara landed a sharp body shot followed by an uppercut that sent Diaz stumbling. The ref stepped in for a standing count. It was enough for another win. The final fight was the true test. Her opponent, Maya Cross, undefeated, powerful, fast, sponsored, coached by a former pro, and known for overwhelming her opponents with relentless pressure. Before the fight, Coach Ramirez leaned in. Don't let the noise get to you. You've already silenced louder rooms than this. The bell rang. Maya came hard, pressing Clara to the ropes, looking for an early knockout. But Clara weathered the storm. She countered, timed her angles, and by round 2, she was the one dictating the pace. In the final round, Clara feinted low and snapped a right hand over the top. It clipped Maya clean on the temple. Not a knockout, but enough to stagger her. The judges awarded Clara the win by decision. Aftermath. The arena erupted. Clara had done it, from anonymous to champion in under a month. She stood in the centre of the ring, calm, composed, and finally recognised. In the post-fight interview, a reporter asked, "What do you say to those who said you were just lucky?" Clara simply replied, "Luck might open a door, but it's work that walks you through it." Coach Ramirez smiled beside her. She's just getting started. Next, pro contracts, bigger stages, and someone from her past who's about to step back into the ring. Want me to continue with the next chapter? The one who trained Clara's victory at the regional tournament opened floodgates. Within days, she received multiple offers to go pro. Most fighters would have jumped at the chance, but Clara paused. Coach Ramirez noticed. "You're not hesitating because you're scared," he said one evening after sparring. "Something's on your mind." Clara took a breath. "I think it's time I faced where this really began." That backstory unfolds. Before Clara ever stepped into Iron Fist Gym, before the knockouts, before the headlines, there was her father, Victor Morales, a former national champion in their home country, a fierce competitor and an even fiercer coach. He trained her from the time she could barely lace her gloves, but he was harsh, unrelenting. He believed only the strong survived, and he pushed Clara to the edge of exhaustion and beyond. One day, after a particularly brutal sparring session, Clara walked away. No arguments, no dramatic exit. She just left, disappearing from the sport, moving abroad, trying to start fresh. And yet, the fire never left her. Now, as whispers of her success reached old circles, one name came roaring back. Victor Morales was coming out of retirement to train a new prodigy. That prodigy? A fiery young woman named Ava Serrano. Fast, ruthless, and hungry to prove she was better than the one who ran. The boxing world caught fire with anticipation. Clara versus Ava. The fighter versus the disciple. And the man who taught them both. At the official press conference, Victor stepped up to the mic beside Ava. "Clara was my greatest student, but she didn't finish what she started. Ava will." Reporters turned to Clara. Her response, calm as ever. "Then I guess it's time I finish it." The build-up, the fight was set. Clara's pro debut versus Victor's new champion. A full arena, broadcast deal, national attention, a grudge match without trash talk. Only history, pride, and unfinished business. In training, Clara was sharper than ever. Coach Ramirez made one thing clear. This isn't about revenge. This is your proving ground. As fight night drew closer, even Ava began to realize Clara wasn't fighting to hurt someone. She was fighting to heal something. To be continued next.